It's Wonderland Weekly with a very special intro here by Kermit the Frog! Yay! Was that alright? That was good? Alright. Well, thanks everybody, and have a wonderful week.
Hey everyone, Toronto Ty back here at Camp Spooky for another fun week. I'm going to be checking out the construction progress of AlpenFury, as well as, hopefully getting to check out a show here, because the entertainment for Camp Spooky is incredible. But other than that, I think I'm just going to have a fun day and probably grab a meal and then prepare myself for Halloween Haunt this evening. On the south side of International Street, close by to the height check station, there is this, which has replaced the old map board, which, also had some promotional stuff on it. This appears to be an interactive map box. So that is very, very cool that the park has upgraded this system. It is not active yet, but last week there was nothing here other than the concrete in the ground there, and now they have installed this. It looks really, really good. I love the design of it. I think that it works really well on this south side of International Street. And I believe there is a different style on the north side. So I'm gonna check that out a little bit later. Things can certainly change a lot in the span of a week. And there's a bunch of dirt. This is a huge pile of dirt with some vehicles right behind International Street on the south side, where AlpenFury is going to be taking shape. So that is awesome to see progress on that project. It is, that is a lot of equipment, and I'm just so glad that the park is moving so quickly with this. The park has made a very logical move and blocked off the area between the World Passport Bar and the fence line here, which does mean that we can no longer see back there. I don't think that's why they did it, but that is a little sad, because now we can't see too much, but I do still see some footings in progress back there, so that is awesome. All of that for AlpenFury's Skyflyer Loop. Last week the big news was that you could see Wonder Mountain so clearly from the entrance to Grande World Exposition of 1890, and this week there's machinery. You can still see Wonder Mountain, but they have torn out a lot of that fence line there in order to start drilling for some of those footings. This whole area here is now behind a very nice scrimmed fence line. So progress is continuing to happen for AlpenFury. Standing in front of Slingshot, and I can see a lot more of Wonder Mountain now. That is very, very strange, but right there you can see International Showplace, and beyond it, Wonder Mountain. It looks like the park has taken out a bunch of those trees, which, it makes sense, but I'm gonna take a closer look at that in just a moment. Oh boy, walking up the hill between Windseeker and Lazy Bear Lodge, it is very, very strange to see that giant hole in that peak up there, but wow, that's just a bit of a strange visual. Between Showplace and the Lodge, you can actually get a little bit of a look through to that area where all of those footings are going to go for AlpenFury. It looks like there are some markings on the ground, lots of markings actually, it's a little bit more open on that side. Oh my goodness, it's it's gonna be wild to have a coaster running right through that section there. Right across from the entrance to Wonder Mountain's Guardian, which is, it's 10 years old now. That is wild to think about. Oh, look at that, perfect crisscross. That is awesome. And of course, AlpenFury is going to be joining these two next year, providing even more moments of interaction between the coasters. So that is awesome. And it is going to be barreling down the side of this peak, which has some holes in it and some plywood on it. But we are about to talk about pre-talk with Toronto Ty, because between Wonder Mountain and International Showplace, the park has torn out a bunch more trees. There is some mulch here, which I believe is the remains of some of those trees. So it is looking wild that you can see the entire International Showplace tent from this side, and this floodlight, which is gigantic, to shine on Wonder Mountain. And yeah, I think just right over there, more trees have been removed. I'm going to see if I can get a better shot of that. But yeah, there's your update. Just lots more trees being removed and lots of prep for AlpenFury. Right by Yukon Striker's final inversion. This week I'm getting another look at the giant hole in the peak where AlpenFury is going to blast out the top of the mountain. And I feel like it looks a little bit bigger but cleaner this week. So maybe that means that the deconstruction is complete, and now all we have to wait for is the construction of AlpenFury, including those support columns that we'll have to go through there. But that's just from what we can see from ground level. I don't believe that they have actually done the hole in the roof itself. So I think that still has a ways to go, but still, from the ground level, I think this might be the final update on that giant hole in the peak of Wonder Mountain. This is very, very strange. Right outside of Flying Canoes, like right between its sign and the entrance, there's this piece of concrete that's sticking up out of the ground with some conduit that's not connected to anything yet. My best guess is that this is for another interactive map screen, but I don't like that being right in the middle of this plaza. I mean, it's narrow enough through here right now as it is. That's a bit strange, and I really don't like the placement if that's what it is, but I will keep you posted on what appears in this spot. The main Frontier Canada Plaza remains the absolute best spot for all of your autumn views. All the foliage looks fantastic. I mean, this set of trees right here is just incredible. I absolutely love it. And of course, Yukon Striker right there. I mean, it is just perfect. This whole area is wonderful. Joe Cool's Dodgem School is closed for the season. Instead, we have Sally's Dance Party taking up residence in its spot. But that only runs from 11 till 4, and it is after 4, so can't see anything right now except for the awesome decorations that the park has put in place. Honestly, I think that they did a great job decorating this space compared to what it has looked like in the past. It is just really, really awesome. Right by Vikings Rage, it looks like the park is maybe preparing for another one of those interactive map screens right here. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm glad that the park is making some improvements to helping guests get around the park, but yeah, and this location makes a lot more sense than the one by Flying Canoes, so good to see that. On the north side of International Street, here is the other interactive map screen. At least I'm assuming that that's what it is. And it looks really, really good. Yeah, I'm glad to see that the park went with a different color for this side, and I think that this blends with the buildings around here a lot better than the other color would have. So really great to see the park adjusting the design of these based on where they are. Well, that'll about do it for this week's AlpenFury construction update, plus a little bit of Camp Spooky. But really the focus was AlpenFury this week, including lots of trees being removed, which always makes me sad, even though I know that it is necessary basically anytime a park is adding a major new roller coaster, and I do know that Wonderland in particular does a fantastic job of replacing trees. So that is awesome. Also, yeah, footings are going into place, fences are getting adjusted, and some interactive map screens going up. That's what it looks like, so that is really, really cool that the park is making all of those improvements so late in the season. But I think that'll about do it for this week. For the daytime, if you want to make sure to see more Camp Spooky coverage and AlpenFury construction and Halloween Haunt, which I will have a video from this week's visit of that coming out soon, do make sure that you are subscribed. And I think that'll about do it for this week. So until next time, as always, have a good one.
If you like this video, you can now buy me a hot chocolate at buymeacoffee.com. I also love hearing your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for your continued support, and be sure to subscribe for more wonderful videos.